You might wonder, usually we go from a waiting screen right into the game, but so I haven't gone into a just chatting screen before playing the game until I don't know how many months. I think I did that for like the first month around debut, so this is a little bit different. You might wonder why that is. It's because I kind of wanted to talk about something, if that's okay. So if we could take a couple of minutes to just talk about something. If you guys remember when we played Resident Evil 2 a while back, when we were playing Claire's chapter, we meet this little girl called Sherry, and that got us onto the topic of children and kids, and people asked, hey, do you like kids, Ike? And if you know anything about me, I'm not the biggest fan of kids. I don't particularly get along with them well, and I saw a Japanese translated clip of that. And just to preface this, I have no ill will towards anybody or anything here. The translator did their very, very best and had no ill intent whatsoever. But I think reading the comments there, I think some nuance in English got a little bit lost in translation because a lot of people were kind of shocked over the things that I was saying. There was one part when I was talking about human babies versus animal babies, and how I thought that, oh my god, animal babies is always so cute, whereas human babies, and I said loud, wrinkly, annoying pieces of garbo, something along those lines. And garbo is sort of a cute way of saying garbage. It's a little bit joking. Because obviously garbo is not a word. Like, the word is garbage. But when you translate garbage into Japanese, it becomes gomi. And when it sounds like I'm calling like little babies or children like gomi, it sounds like I'm calling them trash. And that is really, really intense. That's very, very, like a very harsh way of putting it. And that I don't think that matches with the tone that I was speaking with in English. For example, when the whole joke about that was me sort of pointing out the fact that how come animal babies are so cute and quiet and we get such weird-looking and loud ones? Because naturally, I'm not calling human babies or children trash. Like, that sounds terrible. I would never want to do that. It's just a little bit of a joking, sarcastic way of saying, like, why did we get ripped off? This feels like a scam. I thought it was gonna be worse. No. Like, I just wanted to clarify a little bit that the words that I was using, garbo, doesn't really carry the same. Was it a bad translation? No, it's not a bad translation. It is a very difficult thing to get right. It's nuance. It's very, very difficult. But yeah, I use the word garbo as a way to soften it, to sort of make it a little bit clear that I'm not actually calling other human beings pieces of trash, because I would never want to do that. I still stand by the fact that I'm not good with children. I don't like children, and I think that's okay. That's just my personal opinion. I don't expect anybody to share my opinion. Absolutely not. You can love children, and more power to you. I'm just speaking from my personal experience. Additionally, I also talked a little bit about young teens and how I think that them having as much access to the internet and social media as they do is not really, in my personal opinion, not really a good thing. And the reason I'm saying that is because I had a lot of access to social media and the internet when I was younger, and that's not always a good thing, because you can get involved in a lot of things because when your human brain doesn't stop developing until you're like in your mid-20s. So a lot of young people like that are not going to make good decisions and get involved in, less than stellar things like drama, dogpiling, harassment, and all that stuff. Or there's also the problem of sharing too much information about yourself on the internet. That's also a very much a big issue. And I'm well aware that there are adults that do the exact same things as quote-unquote young stupid people. There are stupid adults as well. Just look at me. I'm an idiot. But it was just one of those things where I'm just like, hey, if you're around this age, be very careful out there. like try to use your noggin. Don't get involved with things that are, you know, not really the most pleasant of things. And I'm only speaking as a person with the perspective of mainly the Western internet landscape, because the Western internet landscape is where the majority of people speak English on a day-to-day basis, is vastly different than other places on the internet. It's kind of like countries in a way, different cultures and whatnot. For example, on certain parts of the internet where English is barely spoken, the internet culture might be entirely different. So me speaking like that is mainly from a Western viewpoint, and from seeing English-speaking and Western teens and the way that they behave on social media. There is a worry and trend sometimes that is a little bit makes you think maybe it's time to like go outside and touch some grass sometimes. Lord knows that we all need to touch grass sometimes. So I just wanted to make that clear, and if my words came across as more the harsh than I intended, then I would just like to say I'm sorry, because I never wanted it to seem like I'm calling other human beings pieces of trash, because that's not what I'm saying. All I wanted to do was make a little bit of a comedic skit or a comedic bit about how animal babies can be really cute, really really quiet, and it all makes us go "aw," whereas human babies can be, you know, a little bit off-looking for some people, and they're also very, very loud. And I'm sure that we have all had a moment when we're on public transportation and there's a screaming baby, and we can just think, "Oh, that's really loud. I really wish it would be quiet right now so I can go about my day." So that's all I wanted to say. Thank you very much for listening to me, and yeah, I just wanted to make that a little bit clear. And once again, I have no ill will towards anybody that saw that video, commented on it, or the translator in question. I have nothing but respect and admiration for people who translate things. I just wanted to clarify a little bit of nuance that I felt was a little bit lost in translation. So thank you. Thank you very much.